Good morning, everybody. How you doing? So, as you can tell from the title, today is Wednesday, but I'm going to show you my Goodwill haul from yesterday. And in fact, I almost didn't shoot this video today, and I'm going to tell you why. We had a series of really serious thunderstorms roll through New Jersey on Monday night. I mean, like really serious. I lost power and all this other stuff. So yesterday, not only did I have a little cleanup to do, yesterday, Tuesday, um, it was very overcast, like almost dark. Like 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday was as dark as it is at like 7. It was bad. Um, Now, I waited to do this video today thinking that I would have more sunlight. It would be less overcast. That's not really happening. Um, I don't know if guys can see. Let me move you a little bit because there's glare on my glasses, but it's really overcast today. Like, I'm filming this at like 10 in the morning. The sun should be bright. No, it's not happening. But I wanted to show you what I got because when I went to Goodwill yesterday, yes, they did have more fabric. I did pass up the fabric though because it was really just not great, including, by the way, the Tiger King, Tiger Queen fabric was still there and not, no one had bought it. There was some fabric, was a lot of remnants. It seemed to be like fabric for maybe quilting, and then there was some industrial fabric that seemed to be curtain fabric. There was one little roll of fabric that I saw and thought, but I didn't grab it. It was probably 70s, maybe 80s, like polyester in like a floral print, and it was probably 80s just based on the colors. It was like that rosy pink and like baby blue and like a little bit of green, and it was floral. And I looked at it and thought, this is so groovy, right? Like I should probably buy it. But it was like when you felt it, it was hardcore polyester fabric. And there was no way that was breathing ever. Never. Like I would sweat to death wearing any garment made out of that fabric. It was kind of a shame because it's kind of cute. It was kind of cute. Hi, Mr. Dog. Yeah, you ignored me all morning, but now you want to play? Okay, go play with your toy. There you go, good boy. Yeah, that poor guy on Monday night, he doesn't like thunder. So 2 in the morning, we're getting thunder. And then all of a sudden, there's a giant cracking noise with very loud thunder. Like the kind of thunder that sounds like someone dropped something, like that really heavy duty thunder. And we lost power. We only lost power for maybe 30 seconds. But then when the power came back on, like the microwave beeped and my printer went back on and made all this noise. And he was like, He was in the bed next to me and he was like, no, we're under attack. And I was like, we're fine. We're going to be fine. And I'm just laying there with my dog at 2 in the morning. I was never able to go back to sleep. So then I end up getting up at 5 and going and driving the children's. And it wasn't good. But I digress. So let's talk about the really groovy patterns that I found at Goodwill. And I'll explain. This was a weird haul because in Goodwill, in like traditional Goodwill fashion, nothing really made any sense. So I'm going to show you the patterns that I got that were separate and they were priced separately first. And those patterns were all blue tags, which was, if you know anything about Goodwill, yesterday when I went, not only was it Senior's Day, but the blue tag was the half price, one of the half price colors. So I got all of these for really cheap because they were blue tags. So let's start with them. So all of these were priced $2.99. I got them for $1.49 each. And by the way, the majority of these are uncut, which I'm very happy about because there's some cool patterns I know I can resell. So there was this one. And this one. Oh, let me show you the line drawings on the back. This one's way vintage. It's like 1982 or something like that. It's really old. Here's the line drawings on this first one. Most of them are actually vintage, which is interesting. Vintage as in before 2001. So here's this. And wow, this actually doesn't have line drawings on the back. Okay. And then this. And there's the line drawings. And the nice thing is I already did peek at some of these to see like if they were worth anything. And, for $1.49, most of these patterns I can sell for about $6. So that's not a bad, it's not a bad, you know, profit margin there. Okay, so those were all stray patterns. They were all separate. They were all $1.49 each. Okay. Then there was a bag that had these two patterns. I'll give you guys close-ups for $3.99 for both of them. These are both uncut. And I know it's crazy that I'm getting more costume patterns for children, but I've actually been doing really well selling these. And the price was so great on these that it was well worth it to get them. And by the way, both of these are vintage, as in early 90s. I think one is 2003. Oh, this doesn't have line drawings on the back either. I think this one might be 92, and I think this one was 1993. So not bad, like old vintage. Okay, so then there was this bag. I'm telling you, this is what's weird about Goodwill. Now remember, let me catch you up. The individual patterns were $2.99, but they were $1.49 because they were blue and they were half price. The bag with two children's costume patterns was $3.99 for two patterns, but they were both uncut. Then there was this bag for $2.99. Now, let me show you what's in this bag. All right, this first one's weird, wild, but fun. Okay, this is a pattern to crochet that dress. And yes, that is the model whose name always escapes me, who was the Charlie girl and then later became one of Charlie's Angels. And I can never remember her name, but there she is. Look how lining up, right? 70s. Can you imagine? Can you imagine wearing that now? But this pattern is actually not a sewing pattern. When you open it up, and I'll show you the directions so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's actually the pattern for for crocheting. It's the knitting. It's all the instructions for knitting these garments. So kind of cool. And I think they do actually get sewn together, not sewn, but joined together with more yarn. So kind of a cool pattern. And then this one, love this, still factory folded. This is from 80 something. This one was also very new. It was like, I want to say, this might have been 81 or 82. And then this pattern, I was so sad when I saw that this pattern was cut, but it's such a cool pattern. Look at that coat. How cool is that coat? And unfortunately, you can see it's kind of, yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. But this coat is women's size 10, and it's the coat, which is what we call a cocoon coat, the skirt, the blouse, and the slacks. So kind of a cool pattern. I'm going to have to go through it, make sure all the pieces are there, but I was still pretty happy about it. Okay, then there was, this pattern was cut, unfortunately, but it's pretty cool. It's another one that's, so it's for the wrap top plus all the camisoles, and it's cut, but I'll have to go through and see, if it's in good shape. There was this kind of strange pattern in here, cut, but also looks like it's in pretty good shape, and it's just for children's pajamas. And obviously it's a newer pattern, but you never know. I could probably get some cash for it. And then there was this, which I just love, and this is funny. This one's partially cut. Like whole portions of this are still folded, factory folded. And it is for, God, these are horrible. It's for the shorts and the pants and the roll-up clam diggers, whatever they are. It's a size large and it's unisex. I kind of like getting unisex patterns because they're kind of rare with the vintage patterns. So it's kind of nice to have non-binary patterns, right? Okay, and then in there were these. This is crazy, right? These are like these free handout things that you can get at craft stores. And they're all these different crafts, and they are from, where's the date? November 1992. Let me show you what it has. Oh, here's the back cover. A Muffin Tin Mrs. Santa Claus, something like that. Mr. and Mrs. S. Claus. And it's crazy. It's just like all of this information about different places in New Jersey where you can buy craft supply. I haven't even really looked at it, but it's all of these. So this is going to go into the large pile of stuff that I keep here's the directions. Large pile of stuff that I keep promising that I'm going to scan into Etsy, which I am going to. The problem is my printer died a while back and the scanner on it was never great. So, oh, and here's the one. This is from December of '92. I remember all this stuff, by the way. I remember all of this stuff. It's kind of sad, but yeah. I think even I had some of this stuff. You know, we all have skeletons in our past, including crafting and fashion, you know, skeletons. I admit it, man. I once had a purple couch. Not kidding. I had a purple couch. Not as bad as my friend. She had a purple minivan. And at the time, Barney was popular. My friends used to call the minivan Barney. Yeah, it was bad. So all in all, this entire stash with the discount, my senior's discount, and with the donation that I always do, ended up costing $16, which isn't bad because I already went through this, and out of all of these patterns, more than 8 of the, like, I think 12 of them or something like that were actually factory folded. It wasn't 12, it's not that high, but it ended up being, hold on, 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 10 of them were factory folded. So that means they work out to about $1.60 each. Plus, I have these 4 that were cut, but are in pretty good shape. So I can throw that in the lot too. And that's, you know, that's how I do it. That's how I do business. But I thought it was a pretty good score. You know, I'm still working on the patterns for Halloween, and I'm going to continue to work on that till the end of the month, and then I discount them as soon as I put them online. I've been selling lots of them. I'm very happy with that. But after that, next month, at the end of Halloween, I'm going to take all the Halloween patterns off, put them back to normal price, and or costume patterns is what I should say. And then I'm going to start working on craft patterns. So anyway, until the next video, which will most likely be those patterns I actually ordered, I hope you're doing well. I hope wherever you are, the weather's a little bit nicer because it's kind of like muggy, humid, not super hot, overcast, and rainy here in New Jersey, and it sucks. I hope you're doing well. I hope your weather is good. So like, subscribe, ring the bell. Please leave comments. I love comments. Thank you for all the happy birthday comments. I did have a really nice weekend. And until the next video, like, subscribe, comment, and I hope you're all doing well, feeling loved, and stay well. See you later. Bye.